Good morning. Thank you, John, for that lesson. That's a history lesson as well as a great lesson in life. Welcome to our guests. There's blue cards in front of most of us there, and there's pencils too. If you would, fill those out so that we can stay in touch with you, and if you're like me, I can remember names that way. Men's prayer here tomorrow at the building at 6:30, and the ladies' prayer tomorrow at the other building across the way here at 10:30. And then a couple housekeeping notes. That's why I was smiling when I came up here. The Eagries have your puffins. I have no idea what puffins are, but supposedly they're frozen. They're in the building over here. If you ordered puffins, the Eagries have them, so they've got a list and you need to pick them up. And then potluck is today, so while you're over there having potluck, pick up your puffins. If you signed up for cleaning, we're at the beginning of the month, so there's check the list to see if you're on that, whoever is for the new building and the old building, and if there's any other things that you signed up for, please check that as the month has changed. And then we have, remember, new selection of free books and coloring books. I think they're in the back, underneath where the offering basket is back there. And then encourage the unemployed to find employment. Employers put help wanted ads in weekly flyers. Congrats to all students who are doing well in school. I was visiting with Shelby about that. She says her sophomore year is just a breeze. She loves school and she's doing really good, and I noticed there's a lot of other young students in here that I'm hoping everybody's doing good, and if they're not, need some encouragement to help along with that. I'm looking at you two. Remember Ron and Ruth Stocking. We haven't seen Ron and Ruth for a while, and prayers for better health for them. And some prayers of concerns. She's left already, but she's needing prayers of encouragement. And of course, Bryce and Becky, I don't know if everybody got the email, but Bryce is finally getting off of IV antibiotics, but he's got a lot of issues with his lungs and health issues, so keep Bryce and Becky in our prayers. And then Jeremy T. to follow God's lead so he can get on the road to answers in several areas of his life. And for Andy Eagry's mother, Jerry, she's got some extra fluid on her brain and is unable to walk and will be going into neurosurgery on Monday. So we'll have some prayers for healing and comfort for her. And then Michelle Hunter's father is having dizzy spells and most likely complications from his heart disease. And she's asking for prayers that he gets some medical attention for that. And then we've got Mike back here on the employment side of things. It sounds like he's got the same company, just a different job site. So hope that that transition will go as smoothly as they have in the past, and he can be happy with where he's at and keep going on what he's doing. And then as I was visiting with Heather, and then it was brought up during the song leading about gratitude. We were talking about the songs that were picked, and I was talking with Heather, and I've had this bout with life being heavy. The load seems like sometimes it's like, is it ever going to end? And it's been pointed out to me in several different ways, some bluntly, some subtly, but if I have gratitude in my heart and in my life, then the load doesn't seem quite as heavy. And I was sharing that with Heather, and then Spencer starts talking about gratitude, and I put at the bottom here, joyful. Gratitude makes us joyful. And it doesn't always take away whatever's going in front of us, but boy, the attitude difference, it really helps me with an attitude adjustment. I thank Spencer for the songs that he picked, and I thank a lot of the men that have prayers and get up here. And it's encouraging to have others talk about what we need to do in our life to change. We can't change the circumstances, but we sure can change our attitude and how we react to it. And is there anything else? Otherwise, we'll go to our Father in prayer. Let's go to Father in prayer then.